Hey, Legion. How y'all doing today? I thought I'd do a live stream about this. I saw a story on. I subscribed to this one news station in Tennessee, and I saw a news story about a couple hours ago. Like 25 states are thinking about making cursive handwriting mandatory again in schools and handwriting in general. Um, I'll never forget. I mean, I don't know if this is a important topic. It's important for me, anyways. Um, I guess what was it way back in 2010. Um, what's that? Yeah, Common Core. I guess Common Core was introduced in 2010, and it dropped handwriting and cursive requirements. Since then, most teachers have stopped teaching it altogether. The reason was not so much an attack on cursive as a shift on not as much a attack on cursive, but a shift in focus. And then after that, they started introducing tablets in the school system. That's why I worry had. I've been, um, or he would always break his or lose them and stuff, and then it'd be the responsibility of parents to get him one. And I said these portable devices gave students access to personalized learning tools, educational apps, and online references, online resources, right? But where are the teachers at when I have? Hey Jeff, how you doing? Where are the teachers at? I thought teachers are the ones that's supposed to be teaching kids, you know? I remember having cursive. I don't know when it started. I mean, it's important to write and stuff like that. I don't know if the kids are just like going to their tablet, they're doing something online, just submitting it to the teacher that way, or actually writing on with paper and pencil, to the teacher. Whenever I heard they would drive that, me and my dad would share a head and say, "That's important. Everyone should know how to sign their name." And talking to some people now, it's like, why you just put an extra couple of dots? It doesn't matter. But I mean, I always thought that it was important. And I don't know if it was like a big topic though, but I mean, when I was at school, right? I mean, we had computers kind of, but not really. In eighth grade, I remember. Well, this was back in the dark ages before internet and stuff like that. When I was in school in the 80s, I remember in math class, the teacher said, "If you guys are good, we'll let you work on a computer for a little bit," and everybody's all happy and stuff. But that was back in a long time ago. A long time. That was like, oh God, Mr. Clay was 83, maybe. That was in eighth grade. Every so often they have that. We had computers. I mean, we worked with computers somewhat in communications center, but that was different. That was different. Let's see. Most of it was hands-on stuff. Communication center in Germany, and then in Fort Bragg, and somewhat in Fort Detrick. But my one friend was the only one on a computer. He would hog the computer all to himself. You know, but I didn't really need it that much in Fort Detrick, Maryland, though. It was different. It was a different time. Um, I remember my dad and I were like, "Oh my god, why are they doing that for?" I think kids should learn how to write like that. Could it was like they'd have like these booklets they give out, and you have to write the letter G, and then there's like you have like 10 chances to do it, or 5 chances, and a teacher would grade it, and then just like they still have diagramming sentences, I think, unless they got rid of that too. People hated that. I mean, when we had to do stuff like write an essay for class, um, we had to do handwriting. Now I remember there was a thing wherever I had to type. It was always we had to type some weird term paper for my senior year of high school, right? Just have write cursive, and then my mom ran the typewriter because she an electric typewriter, and she wrote the whole thing herself. She didn't like the way I wrote. I wrote it a different style. She said it didn't make sense. So she wrote the whole thing. The teacher said, "Boy, you dumbed it down a lot." I said, "Yeah, my mom wrote it." Well, no, I said, "Yeah, I know." I was told my mom read it. She said it didn't make sense. You have to change it. So I did. Um, but I was okay. I got a B in it though. I would have gotten an A if my mom would have interfered. But she wanted to type. She wanted to do all that stuff herself. So okay. I mean, that was a long time ago. That was in from summer of '87. I graduated in '87. So from Benny Slider, Julie Jenner, Ben Higgins. Oh, I got you. But you're really good at those puns, so I had to think about that a couple of times. Um, but no, and then so it's been like 14, 15 years. Well, 15 years. Um, since that's happened. Now, starting in 2024, right? Or what's that? Let me find out what that was at. Sorry. Go back. Okay, here we go. Yeah, the 2024, 24 states mandate cursive handwriting instruction in public schools. These states recognize the value of cursive and its potential benefits for students. Some states have start cursive lessons early in third grade, while others begin in fifth grade. I mean, I think you should learn how to write in cursive, though. Now, I talked to I found Dory, you know, and oh yeah, summer '69, yeah. Well, I was 1 year old, so it wasn't much of a party for me. Well, no, I wasn't. I was born in well, close enough. I wasn't even a year old then. So I didn't remember any of that stuff. I know you're being dirty though when you say that, Jeff, my buddy. Um, I need to ask. I need to ask you something on Facebook. Yes, you're my buddy, Jeff. Let me ask you a question now. Um, what was I going to ask? Okay, let's see what else is going on. Oh, it's for. Oh, thank you, buddy. Yeah, I asked you something on Facebook, buddy. Um, and yeah, I just don't tell anyone. Um, I had no idea. No idea. Probably never. Probably never. I don't get. Well, this is about cursive handwriting, not about anything dirty. No, it's about a handwriting right now. I saw some news story today about bringing it back. Yeah, I talked to Dory about it, and she brought up a good point because she wasn't brought up in the states though. I just assume everybody is that's on Facebook, and if unless they have like a foreign accent. Um, and she said it wasn't taught in her school, okay, well, that makes sense. I can understand that because, um, when you're a kid, You just go to school and you just do what you're taught. Your class are your classes. You don't even think about that if you're not. All right, why don't we learn this? You don't even think about it. Hi, Tasty Peter. How are you? How are you? Okay, I get distracted so much. Um, okay, let me get back to my thing. Hey, Tasty Peter. I thought I put my thing up there. I didn't put that link. Damn it. Hold on. But I mean, I was talking to I found Dory, and she said like, well, she didn't learn to her when she was a kid, and it wasn't a part of her class. But I was like, well, that makes sense. That's fine. I mean, because she probably didn't think about it. And then I think when she was older, I think she was talking like 6 months. But she remembers the times when she learned that though, which is cool. You know, that's what I meant. I just say like, I remember talking to Dan, and Dan said like, yeah, I said they introduced computers that's not deemed essential anymore. But I think kids they should be able to write their name. But she would say like, yeah, you can just put an X or three dots or whatever. You don't have to sign your name anymore. Yeah. Oh God, I could. I had a colonoscopy. Going in a few minutes. Okay, I'll get on in a few minutes. Okay. Are you coming on, Jeff? Um. Like I said, there's like a story about 25 states, and it's under legislation. PA's right now under legislation to bring handwriting back in schools. I think they should never got rid of it in the first place. You know, they got used to that. They're giving kids out all these tablets when schools are strapped for money. You know, and if something happens to tablets, the parents are responsible for replacing it. I think. And they're expensive. It's just like when I was in basic training, right? When I was in basic training, they had like one in the break room. We had one payphone. We have a payphone, right? And you see some of the soldiers, fellow soldiers, have like these phone cards, but it had to put in like about 80 million different numbers, right? That they would buy, which makes sense too. And that was the only way you could talk to somebody. I mean, but if you were allowed, you were not allowed to go to that cell phone at all. You had to have permission. I remember when I was on guard duty. Some guys come, can I use your cell phone? Okay, just make it quick. I was trying to be nice. And one time the drill sergeant I got busted by a drill sergeant, caught hell for it. But I was being nice. No one else would have done it. I did it. You know. And what else happened? Oh, what else happened? I'm trying to think. Yeah, I get bus for. I mean, now I talked to this one guy. Now they said they're allowed to have cell phones in basic training. What's up with that shit? Weren't even have we weren't even allowed to have Walkmans. They had all these strict rules in basic training. You weren't allowed to smoke, which I didn't smoke, so that was no big deal. No candy, which wasn't that big. That wasn't that big of a deal, but I mean, some people just did stuff to get away with it though, because they felt some satisfaction. Like they said, you were allowed to buy cough drops or certs, and the one drill side like forbid people getting certs. You were allowed to get cough drops, so I'd get those. Everybody get those Smith Brothers things. They're in like this wax paper that have like a cherry flavor. That kind of like they could be like cough drops. I mean, like candy. Kind of in some weird, bizarre way, but they were more palatable. And certs were really good. Certs tasted great. And there were guys that go to PX and buy like a whole big tray, buy the whole tray out of that. I remember one time, Sergeant Bailey, Drill Sergeant Bailey, I'll never forget this. Drill Sergeant Bailey was so we go to PX, but no, you're not allowed to have any contraband, no books, no candy, no nothing, just the essentials. What you're allowed to, that's it. I remember buying two things of certs, and when I came out, we were getting ready for formation. I stuffed both certs down my boots, right? And some of the guys, hey, you're allowed to have certs. I said, I don't know, I don't trust Jill Sergeant Bailey. And then she said, okay, we're gonna get patted down, and whoever has contraband has to give it up, and it's getting tossed away. And she searched everybody. She was doing like the cops do, except without going inside the inside leg because she's a female, you know. And she went all the way down, and she went right about like, oh no, I'm gonna get caught like 6 inches away from my boots. She stopped. So I remember that night. I remember when we were sleeping. I remember I brought one of the things the search was kind of slowly eating it. And one guy said, "Okay, who's got the candy?" I remember eating it like that. That was funny. But I got off topic again. But I mean, like all these states are bringing back cursive writing, right? And there's like a list of 25 states. I can't remember who it was. PA is still in litigation right now. They had a big thing about it. Some of it's under litigation. They're bringing it back because they say it stimulates the brain. Well, I could have told you that, you know. California. Okay, California, New Hampshire became the most recent states to pass legislation making cursive handwriting instruction mandatory. Other states, including Maine, Montana, New Mexico, Rhode Island, South Dakota, Wyoming, leave up to the individual school districts. Right? Okay, let's see what else we got. Renewed interest in that. Okay, here we go. But they have other states too, you know. Oh, legislation has been introduced in PA. Teaches a bright one teaches. Let's see. Alaska does not teach. Okay. Nevada legislation pending. Okay, let's see. Okay, teaches. Let's see. California, Oregon, Arizona, Utah, Idaho, Michigan, Iowa, Michigan. Oh, that's still Michigan. I'm sorry. New Hampshire, New York teaches it. New York teaches it. Oh, Ohio teaches it. Iowa teaches it. Kansas does. Texas does. Oklahoma does. Louisiana does. Arkansas. I think that was the Tennessee channel I saw it on. Tennessee teaches it. Mississippi teaches it. Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, and then Florida teaches it too. So the son that so I mean there's an interactive map of who's teaching cursive writing, but I mean California and Oregon I think were like the newest states to be introduced to that. You know, I did talk to I did talk to I did mention Dory today in her live stream. You know, towards the very end. Well, what happened was I had to I had to figure out. Well, this is what happened. She did a live stream like real early in the morning, and for a while. I mean, like 5 in the morning, really early. I know I'm the one that gets accused of going that early in the morning. And then you know, I said I could ask your opinion because I mean, well, I didn't think about it. I saw this news story, and I was like, oh crap, I should maybe do a live stream about this. I don't want to do it, no drama or anything like that, okay? No drama stuff. Well, I probably won't get a lot of views, but I mean, I'm serious about the subject matter, though. And we talked about it, but she said she never took it in school. She didn't have a subject. Then she only took it for like 6 months when she went somewhere else, which is fine, you know. But they said it like, the news story, it says like triggers simulation in your brain and stuff like that. A lot of it's learning, though. You know, trying to perfect it to where it's good, where you can sign your name, you know. I mean, but if they give teachers just, I mean, they give kids just tablets, what's going to happen to the library, though? You know? I mean, they want to get rid of libraries, too. Well, libraries are still very important in the U.S. and all over the world. It's like they want to, I want on a computer now, they just read stuff or they send emails, so they want to get rid of the post office or post office writing. I mean, I send emails to some people. But I mean, you know, emails are like very, I don't know. And see, when you write a letter to someone, you seem like you want to get the most bang for your buck for the cost of stamp, like 50 cents for the stamp. I think stamps are 50 cents now. And you should learn how to write. I mean, you should know how to write and sign your name and stuff. I still think that's important. I mean, some people might not. I do. Let me look at how much a stamp is now. I just think they never should have got rid of it in the first place. At 2025. 78 cents for a stamp? Oh, wait, says of July 13th, 2025, a stamp's going to be 78 cents now. Oh, I get the forever stamp. Okay, yeah, I get the forever stamps. Yeah, that's what I get. So, I mean, the forever stamps are a good idea to get. So, if you buy a stamp, the stamps will be the same price as they were when you bought it. You don't have to. It'll be the same price throughout the board. Like, I remember, like when they raised stamps, I remember having a book of stamps. It was like a quarter, and then it raised the stamp a cent. And I told my friend at the library they have like this little machine, little old fashioned, weird looking machine, little like old at the hospital in the army, and there was like a little thing you put like you buy like 1 cent stamps in there, you know. Yeah, but the forever stamp is like a sticker, right? That's a good idea. That means the stamp is still worth the price, no matter where you get it, no matter where it's used at. You know, you don't have to put extra money for that stamp to be useful, and that's a great deal now. I had no idea stamps are 78 cents now. Damn. Well, I thought they were around 50 cents. Boy, am I dumb. Well, they're gonna be. Well, today they'll be 78 cents. Oh, that'll be another video I can do. Yeah. Well, I mean, with me, as far as like cursive handwriting, I think they should never got rid of it in schools. I don't think you should have got rid of it. You know, I think it's a mistake. You know, it might be for teachers have kids just type stuff on in a tablet and then to submit it to them like that. But I mean, kids should be able to learn how to write. Right, read. I mean, it's reading, writing, and arithmetic. You know, I spell with R, which is silly though. But kids should still learn how to write and learn how to use cursive, in my opinion. They should have never got rid of it. It was just weird. You still shift the focus to like computers, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with having an extra class. Teach you how to write. We have spelling classes. English. We had English spelling and handwriting. Right now, it's kind of like all just they got rid of. I don't know when they got rid of spelling in middle school. Maybe go ahead, Miss Belvino, for spelling. I have her for English class. I don't know. Did I have her English class or spelling? I don't remember. I mean, but spelling's still important too. You need to learn how to spell. You need to learn how to write. You learn how to read. You know. I know Kathy was saying. I mean, not Kathy. I get you, Kathy Rebuild. I'm sorry. Because Kathy and Dory are like interchangeable. They're like best buds. On Facebook. I mean, on YouTube. And I know Dory was saying. And a lot of times it just doesn't matter. But I don't know. I think it does matter though, and that's just my opinion. I'm sure there's other people that agree with me. Like. I think that cursive should be brought back in schools. I don't think it should have ever left schools. At least have it in elementary school. You know, it should be. I mean, not like don't have it like every year, but I mean every year of school you go to. But I think it's important to learn how to write your name and stuff. It's like people said just put an X or a Y or something like that for um right sign your name. Oh, it reminds me of that Guar song, Americanize, and they said I like to buy a Y. At the beginning of the song, that was pretty cool. Even though it's a mistake though, because the vowel Y is not a vowel. It's pretty funny. I don't know if people got that joke. I got it, but I remember it's an X or a Y that I thought of that song. I just think it's important though. I mean, I might be glad they're gone. I don't think I am. Kids should learn how to write their name, and they should learn how to uh, learn the art of handwriting and cursive writing. I don't think it's asking too much. I mean, after school, I mean, whenever school's over, they said when they talk about chemistry, they said we don't use this in real life, but it's important to learn it no matter what. Science is really important. I mean, if you don't use it when you get out of school, I mean, you should have that memory, you should have that knowledge. You know, I just think it's important though. I mean, kids. I mean, I think kids need to learn a little bit more of that. You know what I mean? They said like they're bringing like I don't know how they're doing the schoolwork and stuff. I mean, some of that stuff now with COVID and stuff, they're doing like stuff over the computer all the time or having computer classes. I know some people are, and that's okay, I guess. But I mean, I don't know. I think it's important for kids to learn how to write like that. And the cursive is important. I mean, you should be proud of your name. It's your John Hancock. And then someone said something. Okay, this was kind of bogus, right? I'll tell you what's bogus. Okay, hold on. Because they're bringing like politics into it and stuff, and bring wokeness into it. Um, see how silly it's gotten. They they took I would say they took cursive out of high school so kids wouldn't know how to read the Constitution, which is bogus. But I think that's a silly idea. Let me plug something in. I think that's silly. Just like hold on, real quick. Hold on. What happened was, I know. Well, first of all, like I didn't know about this. So I was looking up. Someone said like, yeah, kids today aren't taught how to learn curves because they don't want them reading the Constitution, which I think is silly. A silly reason. That's not why. And then like John and I talked about something really weird. They're talking about Superman. Um, about the new Superman, they were saying it was woke, and they're talking about immigration, like it being some statement against immigration because he's an alien and he's allowed to stay on the planet Earth. That's so silly. And let me look up the controversy. Whatever you're talking about, it's just so silly. I can't remember the whole thing. Anything to get, and even for people who didn't watch the movie. Oh, Dean King calls Superman too woke? I mean, the whole big thing about it's just weird. I mean, I still want to see it. Okay, Superman or super woke, right wing critics of the new Superman, new DC movie says otherwise. Hold on. Here we go. The story, but I can't play the story. Superman arrived on Earth, a refugee from a dying world. Oh, criticism centers around recent comments made by director James Gunn, who underscored how Superman's immigrant identity is weaved into the film storyline. I mean, Superman is the story of America, an immigrant that came from other places and populated the country. But for me, it is mostly a story that says basic human kindness is a value. Oh, he planted the seeds by saying that. Oh, okay. Oh, he said unnecessary politicized the hero. Oh, I didn't know he did that. I still messed up though. It's so silly, you know. I won't mind seeing Superman. I don't know. I like to introduce the crypto to dog, but I mean, James Gunn has a different way of seeing stuff. But I mean, Andy's got to be better than Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor. I didn't believe that 1 minute. That was just sad that Superman versus Batman or whatever it was. That was bad. I just didn't believe him as Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor. I mean, because I still think Gene Hackman's a good Lex Luthor. You know, or the kid, whoever was in the comic. That's who I think of Lex Luthor. I think of Gene Hackman. May he rest in peace. And then that Kevin Spacey's Lex Luthor made no sense because he wanted to make this world, this different world that's unlivable, and so he's just ruling over a ball of crap. You know, I'll keep this clean for YouTube. You know, but I mean, I think okay. I go back. I got sidetracked again. My thoughts on some states making cursive handwriting in schools mandatory again. I think they never should have gotten rid of it in the first place. I think it was a mistake. I remember my dad and I were talking about it, like, I thought I did a video about it on my channel, but maybe I titled it wrong. I can't find the video manager. Maybe I titled it wrong or something. I can't remember. I think I did things like should be one way or another way, or maybe I titled it something stupid instead of putting the right exact thing in there. Like, I had reviews of all these movies. I said I just put the most underappreciated movies ever, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. I did like 100 of them, right? I should have put the movies I reviewed in there though. It made it more interesting. But oh well, I didn't know what I was doing back then. I still don't. But I mean, I just try to do the best I can on my videos and stuff. That's all. And I hope some of you join along for the ride. It means a lot to me. So I guess that's it. I think they should be bringing back in school. It's under legislation and other things. I mean, it just would have been so much easier if they just would have kept it. You know, by instead of giving like tablets out to everybody. Um. So I guess that's it. Like I said, just repeat myself. They're bringing back Cursive Handwriting. Cause I saw it on this news station from Tennessee. And he says stimulates the brain and support for developmental function, which I agree with. And not conjunction, junction, what's your function? We're not well, dear, all right. You know, I think it's important for kids to learn how to use cursive. But people say it's not necessary anymore. It's for me, I think it's important, you know. Not to be taught every year in school, but I mean, maybe like third or fourth grade, maybe, or second, third. I don't think it's asking too much for. I think teachers should learn how to teach again. And like I said, they gave kids all these apps. I don't know what they're teaching in schools anymore. I wish I knew what a season of schooling would be like in school now. But I mean, I know whenever COVID hit, they had like you did it from home over Zoom or something like that, which is different. But I mean, what if a parent doesn't have a tablet? I mean, well, that's why they have the tablets, though. But I don't know. Now, some people don't even have computers still. Because I had a computer, but I didn't have internet. I got a computer like in 2010, 2011. And then I got a laptop that I started using YouTube in like, oh no, January 2013. January 3rd. Yeah. Um, and, it's been all right so far. I think I have a good channel. I think I've done important stuff. I mean, I'm trying to do a non-drama stream. I'm not doing anything not drama related. I think I'm doing good. I don't know, but it's just weird to see. I was shocked to see Dory like live at like 5 in the morning. Like, oh my god, Kathy was live too. I mean, I've gone live early in the morning before, but I don't know, it's been kind of different. Um, but I like going live. I don't know how many videos they'll put up today. I want you to think about the rise of the post office of a postage stamp because I didn't know about that. I haven't really been watching the news at all. You know, because I thought it's still around 50 cents. But I live in the dark ages, right? I should do a video, say a postal rates co-op. But I'll tell you about the importance of the forever stamps. Get some forever stamps, man. Because the one good thing about that is, and they became really popular. Post office is there's a postal increase. You don't have to buy extra stamps to cover it, which is really important too. You know, I'm sure they're tired of doing that too. Like, I like a book of I like 3 1 penny stamps or 3 5 cent stamps. You know, I'm sure they still make them, and the fact that they made them like little stickers is really cool too. I like that because they have done some changes, and they're trying to like limit and close down post office. I think the post office is one of the most important things we have, just because of emails and stuff. I mean, it doesn't always have to be that way. You know. Mm. Oh wow, this is at the chef. They're selling. I mean, the chef is supposed to be like place still be like burger chef, but I think they're selling hot dogs too. They got the chef dog, with his chili, mustard, onion, and choice coal coal or hot. Oh, okay. Of choice of coal, hot, or fire slaw, right? Then they got chili. I don't know how much that is. The price of that. The chili cheese dog is $3.99. Chili liquid cheddar cheese. The fire dog is chili and fire slaw $3.99, and a Baba's dog is $3.99 for sauerkraut, chili, a hot slaw. I'd get that one. That sounds good. But I'll tell you what, I love that chili dog place I went to. Everybody knew who I was. It was cool. So once again, I went off topic, but it's all right. It's my live stream. I mean, the main focus is on Cursive Handwriting. I think it's important for kids to learn it. You know, I mean, even if you don't, I mean, just give me your thoughts. What are your thoughts? You think they should have stopped Cursive Handwriting in 2010? Do you think they should bring it back now? Start bringing it back in 2024? Do you think it's important for kids to learn how to write their name and stuff? Do you think handwriting is important in general? You know, I mean, I personally think it is, but that's just me. God, my leg killing me. So I don't know. I guess that's it. We'll try what 4. I mean, let's see how many more minutes I have left on StreamYards, anyways. Let's see. Oh, let's look it up. I still like StreamYards. I like StreamYards. People are doing other things like restream and stuff. They have the limitations, or some people are not familiar with it or what have you. Let's see how many minutes I got. Oh, 18 minutes, 41 seconds. Okay. I said a while ago. No, that's okay. I want it to be a super long live stream, though. I was hoping if someone would come up, it'd be cool, but I don't think anyone's coming up, so that's all right, too. But I still think, I mean, I just want to know what your thoughts are about it. I'm sure the son Invictus has something to write about it. Even I found Dory. I mean, we talked to her about it. I talked to her about it today on her live stream, and it was important. I mean, because I asked her if she could, if I could ask her opinion on something, and then I had to use the restroom, so I went to use the restroom. I came back, and she said, "Okay, what's your question?" I asked her about that. We talked about it, but I didn't know she had it when she didn't have it as a kid, and then she went to some other schooling system. She had for 6 months. That 6 months isn't bad for learning something. But no, but in my heart, I thought it was a mistake for them to get rid of cursive handwriting. That's. I mean, my dad was shaking his head. I was shaking my head too. And then, because there was one guy said, you should take pride in your John Hancock, the way you sign stuff. But people are going so crazy, yeah, they wanted to get rid of cursive so kids didn't know how to read the Constitution, which is silly. But I mean, you know how to write it and to read cursive. It's part of writing. It's important. At least I think it is. So I guess that's it, everybody. Dory, I mentioned her. But I thought it was important to do a video about it. My own personal thoughts. I want to do a thing about post office stamps going up too. So I'll go 44. Why not? I still have some time, so I'll be able to have some more time before it runs out. So I want to thank everybody who joined in here, Jeff and Tasty Peanut, and that's it. That's Tasty Peanut right there. So I hope you like this live stream, everybody.